Four humans stand above a burning city, holding glass orbs that consume all light. If these strangers fail their mission today, every living person will vanish entirely. We will uncover the exact events that force them to fight a world-ending threat. They must step directly into the fire and face giant monsters to fix the planet. Will they sacrifice their own futures to save a kingdom that barely knows them? Welcome back to our channel, where we document the oldest survival war in history. Please click the like button and subscribe before we reveal this hidden disaster. 4 centuries ago, massive flying fortresses inexplicably crashed into the earth. 2 centuries later, giant ocean waves completely destroyed wealthy coastal towns. Today, rotting gray soil destroys all crops and forces citizens into starvation. A man named Lucan predicted 4 mysterious heroes would arrive to fix the land. Strangely, the prophecy never mentioned the exact identities of these 4 people. We follow an armored warrior, a monk, a thief, and a mage into Cornelia territory. Should they trust a king who hides behind stone walls while his people starve? The travelers reach Cornelia Castle and receive a direct order from the local king. A rogue royal knight named Garland kidnapped Princess Sarah just 3 days ago. He keeps her trapped inside a crumbling stone building called the Chaos Shrine. The heavy warrior blocks Garland's steel sword using a thick wooden battle shield. The monk strikes Garland with heavy fists until the rogue knight's journey ends. The surviving princess hands the travelers a simple wooden lute as her only reward. The travelers cross a new bridge and enter Provoca to confront 9 angry pirates. The mage unleashes intense thermal energy and the pirate leader's life stops forever. They claim a wooden ship, but a rock wall blocks the sea, forcing a sudden retreat. A dark elf named Astos spreads destruction across the entire western continent. Astos feeds a toxic plant to the elf prince and forces him into a permanent sleep. The travelers enter the dark marsh cave and retrieve a stolen crown from a metal box. They bring this crown to a distant king, but the ruler instantly transforms into Astos. The warrior strikes Astos with a heavy broadsword and the elven villain's life ends. They trade a glass eye for a waking medicine and pour it into the sleeping prince's mouth. The grateful prince hands them a brass key that unlocks a secret explosive powder. A local dwarf ignites the black powder and completely destroys the massive rock wall. Now, holding access to the open ocean, will they survive the uncharted deep waters? The wooden ship docks near Melmond, where dead trees cover the completely gray dirt. The travelers climb down thick ropes into a dark hole called the Cavern of Earth. They locate a vampire and use heavy silver weapons until a tragic event occurs. An old man named Sada provides a wooden rod to break a large stone slab underground. Below the slab, they find Lich, a walking skeleton who controls the surrounding dirt. The fighter swings his heavy blade, shattering the bones until Lich's life stops. The earth crystal turns yellow, and the ground above instantly stops rotting away. Mount Gulg suddenly erupts, and a giant snake woman named Merilith wakes up inside. Do they risk burning in liquid magma, or let the fiery snake consume the continent? The travelers paddle a wooden canoe down a boiling river to enter the active volcano. The monk delivers rapid strikes to Merilith until the monster's journey ends forever. The travelers walk into a freezing cave where sharp ice spikes hang from the ceiling. They slide across slippery, frozen floors to secure a floating blue stone artifact. They carry this blue stone to a flat desert completely covered in thick yellow sand. The stone pulls a giant metal and wood airship straight out from the buried ground. This ancient machine was built centuries ago by a civilization that vanished entirely. They climb aboard the metal deck and steer the heavy wooden wheel above the clouds. They fly to a remote island chain and meet Bahamut, a massive green dragon creature. Bahamut demands physical proof of their strength before he offers any real assistance. The travelers pilot the airship toward a stone tower called the Citadel of Trials. They walk across glowing teleportation pads and shatter animated clay guard statues. They secure a strange animal tail and drop it directly onto the dirt before Bahamut. The giant dragon nods his head and magically transforms their clothing and bodies. The warrior becomes a heavily armored knight carrying massive steel plate protection. The monk turns into a master fighter with hardened fists capable of breaking boulders. The thief transforms into a silent ninja wearing a dark mask and holding steel stars. The mages evolve into wizards carrying wooden staves emitting strong magical energy. They are now fully prepared to hunt the remaining enemies hiding across the planet. Will their upgraded bodies withstand the immense pressure of the deepest ocean floors? The travelers purchase a glass bottle from a desert merchant, hiding a winged woman. They open the bottle, and she leaves behind a helmet generating unlimited breathable air. Wearing these helmets, they dive into the deep ocean and locate a sunken marble city. Kraken, a massive squid, guards the flooded halls and swings heavy giant tentacles. The knight strikes the main body heavily, and the squid monster's journey ends forever. They secure a stone tablet covered in strange symbols and bring it to a local expert. The expert teaches them ancient Lufenian words, allowing them to acquire a metal bell. They use the bell to open a glass tower and step onto a teleportation circle inside. Teleported to a floating space station, can they overcome the multi-headed beast Tiamat? The Black Wizard casts massive thermal energy, completely ending Tiamat's destructive life. The four colored crystals glow brightly and open a black portal inside the Chaos Shrine. They step into the spinning air and land exactly 2,000 years in the distant past. The travelers must confront all four elemental monsters all over again in the basement. They use heavy physical strikes and high-level magic to end their journeys entirely. In the lowest room, Garland sits on a stone chair and reveals the ultimate dark secret. The monsters sent his body back in time, right before he fell, creating an endless loop. Garland transforms into Chaos, a giant hornbeaman, and begins the final heavy assault. If they fail now, the time loop will trap humanity inside burning cities eternally. The Master delivers a massive physical strike to the demon, and the loop shatters. The four travelers instantly return to the present day, where ruined cities stand whole. The dirt fields turn green, and the wind blows gently across a completely clean ocean. No one in this restored world remembers the extreme violence or the heavy sacrifices. The legend of the glowing crystals vanishes from all historical records permanently. The travelers drop their heavy metal weapons into the dirt road and walk far away. The time paradox leaves a quiet and heavy physical emptiness inside their own bodies. If you possess the power to erase your own painful history, would you pay the price? Thank you for watching this survival record, and please join us for the next document.